Kanye.
It's lit.
Stop. What are we talking about?
So I have a question.
What's your question, girl?
One of my guy friends, he has a daughter and he pays child support. So he pays like
get into it.
$500 child support like a month.
Okay, that's it.
So his baby mother is tripping on him because she's saying that $500 is not enough. Like he should be doing more. Like aside from him giving her the $500 a month for child support, he should be doing more as well. So he should be contributing another $500 for his daughter.
Tag me.
Go ahead.
Well, I have no personal experience like that. You know, I don't have children or have any niggas on child support, but I feel like it's not enough.
$1,000. Keep going. Keep going.
Here's my thing. It's enough depending, first of all, on how old the child is,
okay.
And it's enough depending on the circumstances, because I know a family dynamic where the father pays $75 a week. And so with that being said, in addition to that, he also pays like for a cell phone bill and any other expenses for school, lunch money, pocket money, etc. So the mom in return pays for like, you know, the roof over the child's head and food throughout the week, you know, regular stuff. But you know, it came about recently where the mom wanted the dad to pay for that school stuff. He was like, bitch, I pay you $75 a week. Why do you feel like you need additional support? Like that's kind of crazy to me. Like I don't know how y'all feel, but
I don't think $75 is enough for one pair of shoes. It depends on how old they are. So like if I'm like 16, $75 is not enough for a pair of shoes. Because you know these like young kids, they want Jordans, they want Yeezys and all that, and they're like $1.50.
Yes, they do. They
like $1.50. Like $75 is not enough.
They want, but do they need? So it's like I see where you're coming from, but I personally feel like nah.
Well, me personally, I'm gonna go next. If I'm giving you $500 a month, let's just say $100 go to the groceries that my kid gonna eat. That's more than enough money. $100? Yes, $100. That's enough to get snacks. That's enough to get lunch meat. All that. $100 for just my child.
2 weeks.
Okay, fine. For just my child though.
Max.
For just my child.
Max.
Boy, because I mean, if you think about a little girl, and you think about what a little girl eats on a weekly, monthly basis, it's like,
okay, $200.
That's a meal every night and breakfast in the morning.
Schools get breakfast. Schools get breakfast. I'm not eating.
I was about to say, you know, but like,
schools get breakfast.
$100
snack and lunch.
It's not even like for groceries. It's not even really like it's enough for me and my household. Like for a week.
I could smooth go to the grocery store and spend $40 for the whole week. But I'm going to like Trader Joe's.
I mean, if you get your meats from Extra, because they got the meats for the low and everything.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's impossible.
But I just feel like still $100 for food for the whole month.
You're right. Okay, you're right. Okay. So anyway, $100. Let's say 200. Okay.
150.
Okay, 150. So 150 for the whole month of groceries. Then let's say if they're young, let's say they're 10 and younger. Mm-hmm. I'm a smooth spend. That's 150. Okay, $200 on clothes. But I feel like they don't need clothes every single month.
Right.
Maybe you might get an outfit here and there, but you're not buying. Like maybe back to school, you might spend like $200, $300. But if it's like in the middle of school, you're not spending that much money on clothes.
Especially
every
if they wear uniform.
Exactly.
And that child does wear uniforms and all that.
Exactly. So my thing is like, okay, you spend in the beginning of the year, you spend like what, $300 on uniforms. Let's just say this is not the beginning of the year. This is like a random weekend. So now I'm paying you $150 for groceries, right? That's your groceries. Then you got your let's say $150 again. So that's $300 for clothes, right? $150 for clothes. Now we left with another $200. Mm-hmm. I feel like, what are you really using that for? Any, let's say prescriptions that come up, any incidentals. I feel like
purposes. The kid want to go out on the weekends.
I feel like $200 is enough because then it comes into play. Like, okay, now what are you doing?
And that's where
that's like it's my money, the only money that's supporting this kid.
That's where my argument lies.
Are they paying for your nails to get done? Because every time I see your nails is done.
I feel like
your hair is done.
It's a 50-50 deal. This is a child, and we should.
Because if we was married, how would it be working?
Mm-hmm. And the situation is also the situation I'm discussing, I'm talking about, is also worse because the woman has a child with another man who is doing above and beyond for that child, and so it looks like this father isn't. But it's like, nah, bitch, that nigga just doing more. So it makes this person like they doing less.
Right.
But it's like, essentially, what are you doing?
Right.
Because if this father done stepped up and this father is just reaching the bar, bitch, what?
It's like giving birth to the kids not enough.
And I feel like a lot of the times that's what be wrong with these baby mothers. They be feeling like, I take care of this kid, okay.
Just because they live with you don't mean like that you take care
like
of
them. They might live with you. You might have to, I'm coming to pick them up to take them to school in the morning. I'm picking them up after school. I'm taking them to karate. I'm doing all the above. All you doing really is they sleeping with you. That's it.
And it's like, just because they live with you and you pay rent, that's not you taking care of them, because you will have to have somewhere to live regardless.
You got to pay rent regardless if you have a kid or not.
It's a situation. I'm talking about this lady on Section 8 and she getting food stamps.
No, bro. She's doing too much.
So it hit home for me because it's like, no, seriously, I pose the question again, bitch, what are you doing?
Exactly.
And it really like threw me back. It was like, no, you getting assistance. And then, you know, her rebuttal was like, well, I don't work. You see, I'm getting assistance. I can't pay my rent. I can't eat.
Why are you not working?
Why aren't you working? If you have a fucking child, a 7-year-old child, and another child, however old that child is, you need to have a job.
Right.
Why aren't you working? That's all I'm gonna say.
No,
I don't care. Why aren't you working?
I don't know.
It's jobs out here for everybody. Why aren't you working?
You could Uber, you could Lyft.
You could really Uber. You could be your own boss at Uber, like you said.
But it's like, you could do anything. Aside from that, it's always like, even the jobs that you don't want,
exactly.
you take them because you have responsibility.
I would work a million jobs that I hate if it came to
right.
If you had
exactly. You gotta do what you gotta do.
Like, for me, it's like, I'm working a job because I ain't doing that. Right.
Like, how you feel comfortable going to a store? Maybe your child support check ain't hit yet, and it's like, Dad, your daughter hungry, your son hungry, or they really want something that you really want to buy for them. How are you comfortable with not being able to be like, well, Dad, I ain't get my check yet. Let me just.
I got godsons, and when I can't do a little bit more for them, I'm like, hold on, let me step it up a little bit, because
you already know how with my brother and my sister. I'm like, they were like, Jasmine, I want these phones. I'm like, $220 for some shoe. Whatever, you got it. Just go ahead and make it happen.
When you have, so your own kid.
Exactly. Yeah. No, I'm not with it. No.
Bottom line is,
if I'm paying child support, I'm not giving you more money. It depends on how much. Like, if I'm paying like $25, of course I'm gonna give you more money.
That's why.
But if I'm giving you $500 a month, no, I'm sorry, I'm not giving you more money. No.
I mean,
like, if my daughter's with me, I'm not about to be like, oh, you're not getting nothing. Like, if we go to the mall, I'm gonna buy her stuff, but I'm not about to be breaking her mother off money. Like, here's money towards the rent, here's money towards groceries. No, bitch, use that $500 I just gave you.
Because did you say like they about to start like limiting where you can use the cards at? Because like people, you know, child support get loaded up on like a car every month. It's like bitches buying crab legs and buying bundles.
Having a whole back to school cookout on my dime.
Okay.
Like, but I'm not invited.
We about to start limiting what you use them damn cards for, and then y'all gonna be fucked up.
Not with it. Stop using y'all child support for y'all games. Stop buying Louis and Gucci and all that off your child support. Stop doing that.
It's not right.
It's not cool, yo. It's really not cool.
Right, it ain't for you.
Because it's really moms out here that actually really need the money, that really be using it for their child, and y'all be messing it up for them. Right. Go ahead. So, go ahead.
I love what she said.
My niece, she told me, she came to me and she said, you know, I had asked her, I'm like, so how's school going? Like, what's up? And then she was like, it's going good. I'm like, what's up? Like, because her going good wasn't really like a going good. Yeah, she didn't convince me. So I'm like, what's up? What's going on? And then she was like, she tried to like breeze through it. She was like, the kids, they just kind of like tease me and talk about my arm and my leg, but, and it was like, tell them you got an aunt that's about your size, and I get to popping.
I have kids.
It's like, no. But it just made me so sad. But she was just talking about how like they kind of like tease her about like her arm and her leg. And I remember like a few months ago she had wore her natural hair out. I think I remember telling y'all. She wore her natural hair out. And she said that the kids were telling her that she looked like a little boy because she had like her natural fro.
Yeah, because you know, straight up.
Yeah.
So
it's just like the bullying is just outrageous.
It's at an all-time high.
Yes.
These kids are out of control. I don't remember ever being bullied like that. Like even having like scenarios like some of the ones I be hearing about. Like little kids just killing themselves. Like I don't know if y'all saw a report. Like, that 7-year-old killed himself. He was like 9 or something. He killed himself because he was getting bullied at school and the teacher said nothing about it.
I think I read about that.
This girl at my job, her daughter was bullied and she ended up killing herself.
That's so sad.
When I hear stuff like that, I disbelieve.
And I think, like, especially if you go to school, right, and you getting bullied and kids don't like you and they treat you mean, and then you go home and you don't really have a safe haven, that contributes to your pain. Like, if you go home and nobody really picking you up and making you feel good about yourself,
love and joy and love and magic into kids. I tell parents that all the time, and I'm not even married.
I would listen to my little brother and sister. I be like, you know, you're beautiful, right? You know, you're handsome, right? Like, I don't play that. Like, I want them to know, like, it's coming from home. So if they ever walk outside of this house and it'd be like, you're ugly. That's what you think. Like, I already built them up to a point where they're not even going to listen to what anybody else has to say. You know
it's like you already prepared. So when you go out and people trying to break your spirit or break you down, you already
these
built
kids
up
they are vicious. Like, I heard something the other day. I'm like, yo, that was mean. Like, you're 10 years old, 9 and 10 years old. Like, why are you saying that? Like, that's so mean. Then again, which that makes you like look at your parents. Like, well, what are you learning from your parents? Like, what do they teach you?
And did y'all get to catch the MTV Awards?
No, I did not. No.
So Pink, y'all remember Pink?
Yeah, I love Pink.
There you go, looking beautiful. Just because I let you go. There you go. Talk about you want me back, but sometimes it be like that. So there you go.
Y'all got me with the Pink song.
I used to love Pink, man.
They gave her an award, like, you know, one of those like Lifetime Achievement Awards. It was dope. And so they presented it to her. It was great. I think Ellen DeGeneres presented it to her. Cool. Her speech.
I think I heard about it on the Breakfast Club. Go ahead.
She got up and said to her daughter, who was in the audience with her husband, her daughter got real long hair, like long curly hair. And she was saying like, Mom, I feel ugly. I look like a boy. She said, I went home and prepared a slideshow for her to show her like all of the rock stars, all of the people with long hair that are beautiful people. And it was just so encouraging. She was like, I told that little girl, you're beautiful. I don't care what them kids say with your and it was like she was so passionate about it. And the little girl was so smiling. So
and I just feel like she was also saying like, yeah, they say that you look like a boy, but they told me I look like a boy too, and look where I'm at.
Look at mine.
Look what I'm doing.
With my shaved head. And they told me it was like, yo. It felt like I felt it. It was like that's real. Because like you got some parents that'll be like, don't listen to them. But she took it a step further, like, no, hold on.
I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, I'm gonna show you.
Yeah. They need that. Kids are visual. They need that sometimes. Like, just like, of course, because in their minds, like, you're my mom. Of course, you're gonna be telling me. But to actually, like, to see it, it's like something different.
Yeah, what's up?
Yo, kids is they are mean.
Yo, did y'all see The Edge of 17?
No.
It's a movie.
It's on Netflix.
I don't know. I don't have Netflix. Thanks. You do now. Thanks for giving me your info, girl.
Share other friends' passwords. You had a real friend.
I seen it on Showbox, and it was like a girl telling the story from her standpoint of like what it's like to be 17 and stuff like that. But when it flashed, her father had died when she was about like 13. But it flashed back to when she was younger and her father was kind of like her best friend. And she was saying like, yo, I wish you could come to school with me and be with me at school because you're my friend and you know me, you love me, you accept me, all this stuff. But when she go to school, it's a different thing.
Yes.
And I just feel like I can't imagine how it might feel to feel like you're not really wanted or accepted or anything like that at school, but you don't have an ally or like
a sanctuary at home.
I feel like that's why I was about to say that. I feel like that's why, like, even me, I feel like the type of person I am, I've always been that person to kind of like hang around the people who like, that one who's sitting in the back of the class, that one who's not really talking. Like,
even quiet people everywhere.
Even not like at school. I'm like, oh hey, like it's funny because when people first they're like, oh you're mad quiet. Like I'll stick to myself, but I kind of cling to those people who stick to themselves as
Me
well.
too.
So I'm like, oh like what's up, how's like how are you doing? Da-da-da. Like I made like a really good friend actually that way. Like she was like kind of to herself, and like we were at the table, we have like group work whatever. But I was like, okay, you know, I'm like real like reserved anyway. So I'm like okay, and then like we kind of like we hit it off from there. Like I'm that person who be like, nah, like come on, like why you sitting over there? Come over here, like come work with us, like come on.
I remember like that's how I was with Kim. Like Kim was kind of like off to the sides and stuff. Everybody used to kind of like say, oh he stunk and stuff like that. But I always gravitate.
I mean he did have an older man, but that wasn't. It was more to him than that.
Yeah,
it was.
I always gravitate to people like that because I feel like it's not right, it's not fair. So I always be like, yo, I wish I could go back to school today as like a kid and be undercover or something, and
the me that I am now.
and lift these kids up and befriend them and make them feel better and because some people they get picked on because they different or they not copping the latest or whatever it may be. So it's like to go back. I would love to be able to go back to school as a kid and be able to be like, yo, you lit just the way you are. You don't want that stuff. You don't like that stuff. You're not into those things. That's cool. Be you. Embrace it. Accept it. Like
that's funny because even like when I came to school, like I used to go to school in Newark, and then when I came to school to Union, it was like, again, I'm like mad shy anyway. So I felt myself having to dumb myself down. I would get stuff right on like my tests and stuff, and I would get like, oh, you were good in 2 shoes. Oh, you a smarty pants. Like, so I found myself like because I wanted to make friends because I was like in a new environment, dumbing myself down and like literally getting stuff wrong that I knew was right just so I could make friends. Like back when I was little.
Aww, that's sad.
Right? Because I was like, I didn't want to get
like a crush or something, but when you doing it for.
I was like, I'm like, I know this is, so let me get it wrong on purpose. And then like my teacher, like she was like, are you okay? Like I know you know this, and I'm like, I forgot, like just lying.
It's like Mean Girls. But she was going for a nigga.
Right.
Yeah, like. But that's sad.
I didn't want to like get picked on, and then it was funny because like one of my friends, she came like a year or 2 after me. She was like, the only reason we friends to this day is because you was a bully. I was like, I was not a bully. And she was like, but nah, you were like really like kind of like hood hardcore-ish. So like I didn't want to be on like your bad side. So like I figured if I befriended you, we would be okay.
And then let me just play devil's advocate. I feel like for the people who are the bullies, so what's going on in your personal life? What's going on at home with your mean ass? When you gotta come to school and be bitter and be mean and be nasty, like
they're insecure. Like even like with the whole, if you want to take it back to 13 Reasons Why, the whole dude that had like the rich parents or whatever, him. He was missing something. Like it was his parents were never home. He was never getting any attention. If you want to take it back to like the football player who had like the girlfriend Jess who watched the whole thing happen. It was like his mother was she always put men before him. Like they always have they always have like something going on, and it's like they feel they have to project.
Can we blame the bully?
It's like a certain age thing. It's all right. All right,
you can, because it's like be better than what you around and what you subject.
But my thing is, if you're a little kid, you don't really understand that. So it's like you don't really know how to process. But as you get, and my thing is, if you're that way from age 6 all the way to 30, can you really blame that 30-year-old? Because that's all I know. Like,
yes, you can.
Okay.
That's just like somebody growing up in an environment and then they do the same thing that they was growing up in.
Right.
All of that stuff. It's like the person who strays away from that, commend them, because you're like, that's what you're supposed to do. It's not like, can you really blame the kid? Yes, you can, because when you know better, you do better.
Okay.
You are exposed to so many different types of people throughout your life. So you can't just be like, well, at home, this is what they be doing. I'm pretty sure you came into encounter with somebody who was a good person and knew better and did better. So you learn from that. You don't just be like, well, my mother, she be doing that, my father be doing that, so that's just what I do.
No, that's true.
All the time, the voices that you speak into your kids become the voices they hear in their head, and then they go out into public and society and they project those voices. So really, in essence, y'all the problem.
Okay? Parents, fix it. Fix it, y'all.
Right, you gotta be careful.
Y'all damaging y'all kids. They are sponges.
Yes, that's what I was about to say.
Everything.
You gotta be careful what you portray and how you are around your kids and what you feed in them and what you putting and pouring into them, because they gonna soak that up and spit that back out.
Okay?
They become adults. So when I look at comments, because I'm always here for comments.
Okay.
When I look at comments of people who say the nastiest things, whether it's a fake page or an adult, I'm just like, yo, you are full-fledged adult saying mean things on the internet, cyberbullying. Like it boggles my mind sometimes. And I have a good girlfriend, she's like that, and I'm like, yo, you get blocked. And it's like you can feel however you want to feel, right? But to go the extra mile to leave a comment, like you are pressed like a panini and you got no job most of the time. Like
really behind a computer just watching the comments, like trying to comment. Like even like I don't know if y'all saw that whole like do y'all follow Just Hilarious?
No. But I know who you're talking about.
Just Hilarious. She like posted a picture and like people was like, your makeup look horrible. Like da-da-da. She was like, okay, but I'm still getting paid. Like, yeah, I'm gonna agree with you. My makeup do look a little bad. The flash was on, so it do look bad. I'm gonna agree with you.
I'm one to say about myself.
At the end of the day, I'm still getting the check and you still at home commenting on my pictures. Like,
right. That's why the moral of the story is like be kind, because you never know what battle somebody else is facing. And then the thing that you do might very well push them over the edge and then they took their life.
Yep.
Like, you gotta be kind to people, and then for the parents, you gotta be kind to your kids and then pour good things into them.
Be kind.
Like, yeah, and then make sure that you tell them that they great and they beautiful and all that stuff, because it's a mean world out here. So they need that at home.
That black boy joy, that black girl magic, you have to really pour that into them from start.
Especially in this world today, because they're not getting it from anybody else.
No, like for real.
When they get older.
Most
for real, it does.
That self-confidence, build it from a young age.
It just ain't